Hello, sweet Cancer. Welcome to April. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Cancer for April, and I'd like to show you this new deck that I've got. It's called the Vision Quest deck, and it's all Native American symbolism and imagery, and I just love it. I recently got this deck for my birthday. I was in a shop that I didn't even know sold tarot cards, and when I saw it, I just called out to me. So I'm really excited to be using it today. And I want to start by talking about what the first 2 weeks of April have as far as what's going on in the sky. We've got the tail end of that Mercury retrograde in Aries still happening the first 2 weeks of April. So Mercury retrogrades usually have to do with communication going a little bit backwards or going a little scrambled or haywire. And when things are in a sign, when Mercury retrograde is in a sign, it usually brings up the shadow side of that particular sign. So with it being Aries, it may bring out the lower or shadow aspects of Aries, which are aggression or agitation, anger, people having hair trigger responses, or they're just being a little excess fire. You may see a little bit more anger in communications surrounding you. But the opportunity there, Cancer, is to douse it with your natural water, your water sign element. And so just stay in your heart. Stay, don't contribute to extra fire. Stay in your own calm or dignity, or you know, it's a good time to go back and review details of things, to rest and relax, to just be calm and present and balanced. And then after the middle of the month, Mercury will go direct again, and we'll have a new moon in Aries. And that's when the high side of Aries shows up. That's when we get that wonderful initiating action. We get enthusiasm, vitality, passion, the ability to break through boundaries and plant a new seed in terms of, for you, it's going to be in terms of your vision of what you'd like to create for the next 6 months. And then when we see that full moon in Aries 6 months from now, you may get some nice results from that. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards here, and we'll see what's coming up for Cancer for April. It's opening up with Breakthrough, 6 of Earth. It's in reverse, so it's saying that there may be a delay. You know, a breakthrough is coming, and it may not be here yet, but that it's on its way. So that's a good sign for April for you. And then I see, too, the Chariot card. It's called Spiritual Warrior here in the Vision Quest deck. And I'm actually seeing Breakthrough and Spiritual Warrior come up together says that you're going to be having a spiritual breakthrough sometime in April. It being here at the beginning and in reverse says it may just be percolating below the surface. It may be in delay, but it's on its way to you, Cancer. And I also see new love coming. This is Ace of Cups in reverse. Again, it may be in delay, but it's a new chapter of love. Aces are always new beginnings. So when things are in reverse, there's usually some fear, doubt, or resistance that needs to be removed in order to unlock the energies that that card is presenting. But I'm just reading it as delay here. It may be in regards to an Aries, but I also see this Emperor card as you being very stable, having a lot of authority in your own life right now, you calling the shots, or at least potentially having the ability to be the one who is making the rules. This is really honoring your own authority, Cancer, and it's really saying, I'm relying upon my own wisdom, my own knowledge, my own know-how, my own authority to make rules that create the empire that I want around me. And so it's really saying that you have the opportunity to tap into your own sense of how you'd like to see things be. You know, Emperor, or here is it saying grandfather, really creates a lot of order. And I'm seeing that you have the potential to create a lot of order in your environment by implementing your will at the beginning of April. I also see there's two interesting cards here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got Five of Swords, or Five of Air here, which is depicted in this deck as fear. So is there, this is a question to you, is there any fear that is preventing you from moving forward at a pace that feels natural and comfortable? Usually when Wheel is in reverse, it talks about something moving either too quickly or it's in delay. So in other words, you're trying to push something forward too quickly, or you're afraid of it happening in its own natural course, is what Five of Swords along with Wheel says. But I'd like you to notice the difference between the two hawks here, or it's a hawk and an eagle, is that this one's almost like flies towards the ground because it's preoccupied in fear. And this one allows things to take their own natural course, to unfold naturally. So is there some sort of fear or doubt or resistance, anything like that, that is preventing things from going forward? Because I do see that the universe is trying to bless you with this gift, Cancer. It's Ace of Earth. It could be new job, new love, new opportunity, new money. It's a gift that the universe is trying to give to you, but it looks as though it's being blocked by this fear or this resistance to allowing things to unfold naturally, to go according to, the natural passage of time. But I do see, it's following Ace of Earth with Two of Earth. So it looks like by this new moon in Aries, which I'm seeing depicted on this card here, that you get to a place of balance. You get to a place of, in this card it's called change, where you're allowing things to move naturally. In this card, in a lot of decks, it's depicted as the juggler, someone who's standing on one foot, and someone who is flexible and adaptable, and they roll with the tides. So I'm seeing if you've got a breakthrough that's coming, but that's in delay, and if there's any fears towards the timing of things, it may be hard for this to come in, but I see around that new moon in Aries, you are able to actually receive this and plant the seed. You are able to accept the change that is rolling in, and in a balanced, flexible, adaptable way. And often when I see this card, it makes me think of humor and comedy, because usually when we take things with, a grain of salt or have a sense of humor about things, it allows us to be more flexible, more adaptable, more capable of rolling with changes in circumstances as they appear to us. And I really see that as a counterpoint to this, which is having fear about things changing, having fear about things evolving as they naturally will and want to. So I like seeing this come up for you at that new moon in Aries, because it's showing me that you are implementing this. You are planting that seed, that gift that the universe is giving to you, and you are allowing change to happen, which, brings about a new truth. This is Ace of Swords, which is Ace of Air. And this is a new truth that you may discover that may be hard for you to integrate because it's in reverse. Sometimes when Ace of Swords is in reverse, I see it as, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to see that. It can be that the truth is right in front of you, but you're not seeing it. But this is a new truth. This is like an aha moment. But again, there may be some fear, doubt, or resistance that you need to remove to believe that that truth is actually going to help you, that it's actually beneficial, that it's not a piercing sword that is like piercing your bubble of how you think things are. Sometimes reality, it can be difficult to face it, but the truth always does set you free. And by embracing it, you actually become stronger. You actually have this new way of thinking, which is an Ace of Swords energy that's coming in. I also see here that you've got Nine of Swords, which means being a little bit in your mind, right here with 10 of Swords, which is negative thinking. So this is in reverse. So it says that you may, if there's something that you're tangling with in your mind, you may be coming out of it by the end of the month. In this picture, there's 10 vultures that are eating something. And in many decks, this is someone who is lying on the ground with 10 swords in their back. But in the reverse position, it allows for those swords to fall out. So, and 10 is a completion number. So if there's something that's causing you stress or anxiety or, you know, worry, this new sword completes that. This is the 10 together, the 9 with the 1, which finally gets you to this place of releasing any negative thinking, any old beliefs, thoughts, ideas, ways of thinking from the past that just keep you sort of stuck, bound, or, you know, there's a saying that I often think of when I see the 9 of Swords that says, worry is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy and gets you nowhere. So by the end of the month, I'm seeing you releasing that. I'm seeing these swords sort of dropping and sliding out, and I think it's largely due to this new truth that is coming in that may be difficult to face, or you may have some fear, doubt, or resistance towards facing this, but ultimately it helps you move on to this new cycle. It helps you move on from any self-doubt or criticism or unnecessary. I'm reading this as something that you've been worrying about or going in circles in your head. This allows you to let that dissipate. And then you have the opportunity to be this Daughter of Fire, which is the Page of Fire, all about enthusiasm and passion and feeling lit up, feeling like life is an exciting adventure and that you're willing to get in the game and willing to just participate in your passions, willing to show up and willing to be energetic and enthusiastic and passionate about something. So again, with it in reverse, there may be some fear about getting on center stage or getting fully involved in something because you've had these doubts or you've been tangled in your mind a little bit. But this is your opportunity here at the end of the month. And I'm seeing, you know, this sort of looks like a setting sun here, but I'm also seeing this as reflecting that full moon. So right around the full moon, I'm going to encourage you to look at what makes you feel energized. Look at what makes you feel passionate. Look at what makes you feel optimistic and like you want to participate in life, because that's the energy that's showing up for you here. It's all about communicating new insights and ideas and things that light you up. And I really get a sense that it could be regarding this breakthrough that you get at the beginning of the month. It's sort of like, here's the messages that I'm getting at the beginning of the month going forward through this breakthrough, and here's where I'm offering them up and to say I'm willing to show up in the world embodying this. So if you want to read more about Page of Wands, there's information out there. This is your card for the end of the month, and I'm pretty excited for you, Cancer, because there's some way in which you become like a new student of life in terms of expressing your passions, expressing your enthusiasm, expressing your joy for life. If this is any sort of depression or just like getting trapped in your mind, you at the end of the month, at the end of April, you release that and it opens you up to be this sort of youthful character that kicks up their heels and is saying, you know, I'm here, I'm ready to get in the game. So I find that exciting for you, Cancer, for April. And, you know, be open to change. Don't let fear rule you. You've got a lot of nice stability and order. You've got, you know, 3 aces here in April. And even though they're in reverse, they're still there for you. That's showing a new beginning. It's triple emphasized. And with them all being in reverse, it's saying that you may have some fear or reluctance or doubt that may also reflect this being in reverse. But I just want to show you something. With these three aces along with the Page of Fire, you're ready for something new. You're ready for a grand new adventure, a new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings. And it's sort of like you've got aces coming in, you know, in spades, You've got 3 of them, and you've also got the passion, the energy, the enthusiasm for it. So go for it, Cancer. Whatever it is, even if it feels like that beginning is in delay or you're not sure about it, it's an opportunity that I would say don't let it pass. So that's my reading for you, Cancer, for April. Looks pretty exciting if you can let it in. And if you enjoyed that reading, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Cancer. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Yours in the stars.